pushes my enterprises forward.
See, some of us are a bit more equal than others.
Alright, so just kind of picking up where we left off last time.
Ready!
I just created one new province in order to showcase some more of this DLC. And that's what we're going to finish things off with today. So, this is going to be like town square
By the cast of Tiberius at sunset.
here in
Is this one Tiberius?
the new province. I'm going to go ahead and add a couple of different things here. Should I add walls?
What a lovely place here! My heart's blazing!
And there's this vertical wall. And then we're gonna add obstacle walls here. I don't want to bend it like that. So I'm just going to use this to kind of separate. Have a few breaks here. Which you could, if you wanted to, put these new little arches in. The entrance here. Like this. Coming back over here to this area. I'm going to continue with integration of some of these other items. For instance,
That's another stick in the brazier, huh? Freezing.
maybe even offset this one. Yep. So it's gonna have a couple potted plants. Albion pine or Albion oak? With Albion oak.
Statue?
Albion pine on the side. far as the entrance itself goes, it's not what I'm looking for. Okay, I'm gonna keep that simple kind of the way it is now. Just gonna go straight to the road. I'm gonna cut this one off here. Oh, it's because of this. I want it to fork. Okay, I want it to fork right here. So then there's a nice little fork in the road. Okay, so it's...
What a lovely raisin! My heart's blazing!
So the area that I built here is purposely built in a way that forces it to be on an angle. I want to connect these here. How far do I want this to go? I want there to be space in between though. Alright, so this area is basically good to go. I'm gonna go ahead and use the upgrade tool to set all the houses and make sure that they're getting the supply. Okay, so I'll check my books in a minute. Make sure they're actually living. Again, I'm just using the upgrade tool in order to do this. So the reason it's doing this is it's only upgrading what I have selected to begin with, and building just on that. This wall is gonna look like it's all part of the same, but it's actually a combination of the walls. as well as some of the pieces, bits and pieces from the DLC. This is to give you an idea of how you can kind of integrate them into
Let's make sure
either what
this
you've already got
gets about
existing
things.
or what you think would look best. See, so these blend really well together. I'm actually going to get rid of a section of this. I don't think I intended this part of the wall to be all of this one anyway. It's okay though.
These weeds will be
Alright,
good
so
for
this
farming.
gives you an idea of how you can integrate these. So there's a gap there. I did this purposely to kind of give it a little bit of character and show, you know, maybe it's not all the same wall, maybe it's under development, or maybe some of it's been around longer than others. Another thing that I find interesting is taking bits and pieces of dry stone wall
Midas has ass's ears.
and then kind of lining the road, kind of like this. That'll give the appearance of maybe having been around a little bit longer. And these walls have been here. Or you can use them, you know, to section off different hamlets and things like that. See, this was kind of a test on the wall I was doing right here. This is a more serious version here. Alright, so that's enough of that. Let's look into... So this is my new little hamlet here. We got the the
Got another
bathhouse.
stick in the
There
brazier.
are two different tiles.
Freezing.
Going which one is this one? It's not the grassy one, is it?
Uncle says the strays can stay. They'll eat the rats.
Rustic stone. Okay, so I'm gonna give a little bit of rustic stone here. And I'm gonna have it taper off into more of a grassy pavement.
What a lovely brazier! My heart's blazing.
This will give it the appearance of kind of fading into the area of the grass. And you can even add something over here. Go off from there. There's lots of different things that you could do with this. It is important to remember too that you can place ornaments on the tile, but you cannot place them on the mosaics themselves. They are their own area. Okay, so short grass. Let's compare. Okay, so that's short grass.
Got another stick in the brazier, huh? I'm freezing.
Oh, I thought it had its own. I think I was thinking of 1800. That's okay. Alright. That's enough. Okay, so now I'm gonna go like this, and
I wouldn't mind being a cleaner, though. We get new clothes. So
see, this gives it more of a polished look, more of like a pep brown, and you can see the differences between the pavement here. Make it appear as if it is kind of tapering off into
What a lovely
the grass.
present. My heart's blazing.
And then let's see what I can work on. Muddy ground, hard earth. Let's do something from the Marvelous Mosaic pack here. We'll check out sandstone. Sun-kissed stone. That's not bad. I really like the marble, but I think it might be a bit much for what I'm going for right now. Okay, so going through all of this, we got papyrus mosaic, purple papyrus mosaic, purple florals, russet florals, russet fan pattern. Okay, let's zoom in a little bit more. Purple fan pattern, irregular sandstone. There's a granite, sandstone, rustic stone, marble tiles, irregular marble tiles, which is how the tiles are laid out themselves. Sun-kissed stone. Where was I? Ornate Varnant Square? That's actually, that looks pretty nice. This Ornate Russet Square? That one looks pretty good with this one. Entwined Russet Mosaic. Entwined Verdant Mosaic. Four Winds Mosaic. Verdant Winds Mosaic. Arium Pattern. Light Granite. And Grassy Pavement. So that's all the ones there.
Mine's been gone for a while now. Won't shut up about the volcano and the moving
These are
dark,
the regular ones.
whatever that means.
Short grass, hard earth, muddy ground, flagstone. And then there's the solar mosaic, which is actually part of the Ubisoft rewards area. So you go to Ubisoft Connect. Go to the rewards, it's here. Okay, so that is separate from, where was it? Oh yeah, right, okay. That is separate from the Hall of Fame. This has some pretty good stuff in it, which is all game progression wise. Oh, I've still got quite a few here I could get. This has a few skins and things in it. Oh, I thought I got that one. I meant to. I need to actually get the rest of these. I've spent so much time with the cities that I never actually finished the story. Still a lot for me to accomplish. So everyone here is happy and all their needs are met. I could upgrade them if that's what I was trying to do. But instead, what I am going to do is Hanukkah? Trim tree. Olive tree.
That's another stick in the brazier, huh? Freezing.
I'm gonna go ahead and accept that. Okay. Calm down now.
I hope you like it. It is nothing at all.
Stop and smell the rhododendron.
Put an Albion oak right there. Albion pine right there at the end. Lush shrub wildflowers. So I don't want to completely cover this space, but I want to give the feeling of kind of a regulated cared for garden.
Old man was stubborn as a mule, never cruel. When he died, he freed us.
Interesting, okay.
That's another stick in the brazier, huh?
Please don't. I'm just gonna move it. Hedges.
Had another sister, sold to a Greek wool merchant, and that was the last time we saw him.
Few undefined spaces here.
What a lovely brazier! My heart's blazing!
Gonna start with the walls here. And the trees. Hedges. So keep in mind too that you can change the way that this upgrade tool and the building mechanics work in the settings to where it will not only do what you just selected but everything you highlight. Same with the structure tool, but I like it to be just what you highlight, so that way if you're trying to upgrade a certain citizens or build something specific, you don't end up doing a little bit more than you meant to.
That's another stick in the brazier, huh? Please.
Alright, so there's... There's a nice little garden area.
Fellow was killed by a bucket full of slop. Terrible way to go.
Okay, so as I said before, some of this land here, let's see. I think that light granite really looks nice for this area. Or I could continue with the grassy pavement. Sun-kissed stone. I don't know, that light granite looks really nice. I think we're gonna place that in some spots here.
Waiting for your decree.
Come on, transfer. Alright. Oh, okay. Where was I? Alright. This district here.
What a lovely place! My heart is blazing.
Of course, not all the areas have to be the same. Not like you and your neighbor have the same exact yard.
Statues from Albion. Oh, let's make sure history forgets about these.
So it's totally up to you how uniform you want it to be. I'm purposely doing it this way to kind of offset things and give some different examples. What is this one? Light granite. I'm gonna add some grassy pavement. And then just for fun, right here, I'm gonna add some muddy ground. So when you first come into the district, this little area here is just muddy ground. I don't want all of it. I just want. Oh man, stop filling it.
What a lovely
Let's see if
brazier!
we can fix
My
that.
heart's blazing!
Okay, so muddy ground, planning mode. I know, if I go like, what plants are those? These ones?
Yes, well, it's interesting, isn't it? What they get up to in the far provinces.
Interesting. So now that I've placed it that way, it's not going to allow me to. But I would like to add some spots of grass.
That's another stick in the brazier, huh? Freezing.
Old man was stubborn as a mule, never cruel. When he died, he freed us.
I love adding torches. You can really bring your civilization to life when it turns dark. It is important to note also to keep this in mind that you can change whether or not
My heart's blazing!
you have the day and night cycle on. I believe by default it is actually not on. I find interesting, but it makes sense when you're trying to pay attention to what you're doing. It can be kind of difficult to see what you're doing when it gets dark. but I appreciate it. I believe it adds a little bit to everything that's going on and makes it feel more lifelike.
Got another stick in the
And
brazier.
then you can also change the time of the day manually if you want to. I do that a lot for taking screenshots and pictures. If I'm looking for a specific thing, a specific aesthetic. That's the word I'm looking for. There's Numa's daughter, Numa's wife, Numa, Celtic Romano.
Statues from Albion. Oh, let's make sure history.
What did I put over here? It didn't put one over here though, right? Celtic Romano. I usually like to put Numa's Aquarius in front of the bathhouse. I think I'm gonna put Numa's wife right there.
What a my heart's blazing.
This is a little bit bigger than I was anticipating. Maybe I'll just move that over slightly. I could have it facing towards where the player would be looking, but I don't want it that way. I want it to be more realistic, facing the way that the people would look at it. Because if you're walking down the road, say you come down here, you'd want it facing the people. I don't know how to zoom in and out with the, let's see, use the mouse. Oh, it's not.
Our culprit has taken to the waves, trying to get away.
Okay.
A little reward, ex gratia, for whoever catches
We
them.
can go all the way to first person. Okay, so it's all in blueprint mode right now, but I'll take some screenshots here in a minute. They will be posted to Facebook, Instagram, and my Discord that I just recently decided to go live with, even though it's really not, it's not really ready for it, but it's a work in progress. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and stick that there. No, I'm gonna move back a bit there. Alright. Sorry, any squares? There's nowhere where I can quite. Could go like this, and I want a big tree here. I'll be an oak. Pine? Albion oak is one of the larger of the trees. I'm just gonna slip that there. And then I'm gonna create like its own little small little fountain area. So there's lots of room for creativity with these type of things, especially now that you don't have to build straight roads. You can have angled buildings and angled roads. I mean, you could spend hours doing this. Like I said, I've never actually completed the campaign, which I really need to. But I also would like to be able to submit something to the Discord.
Yes, well, it's interesting, isn't it? What they get up to in the far
Challenge.
provinces.
This is not going to be part of the Discord's challenge. This is not aesthetically what I'm looking for at all. This is more of an experiment and a showcase. So when I build my civilization, I've noticed a lot of people don't do this, but what I like to do is build different hamlets and districts on the same island. So like this area here will be separate from here permanently. I will keep them separated permanently. They will not meet, they will not touch, no matter how much I expand. This creates a buffer zone, and as well as making it possible for you to keep track of your civilization and the different classes that you have. For reference, this is probably the third or fourth, I think this is the third creative one I've done. I think I've done 2 or 3 different saves for the story mode, not including what I was doing for the demo. So I actually started at the beginning of the demo. This is the first game that I've actually been excited for a long time to come out. I played Anno 1800 on console,
What a lovely brazier!
which I really enjoyed. Thanks to Ubisoft, I was able to get a copy of this game for PC. They did not gift me the Mosaics pack though. The texture thing? That's interesting. That might be because of my settings.
Uncle says the stray strays can stay. They'll eat the rats.
So I do play on PC, but it's important to note that I also use a controller still. I just feel more comfortable doing that. I could use the mouse and keyboard. I'm not opposed to using the mouse and keyboard at all times. Let's see, can I cut through here? These guys are going. I can't.
That's another stick in the brazier, huh? Freezing.
So a lot of the interactions and things, the buttons and stuff that I use are the same for as if I was playing on console. It's not, it might not be the same as far as all the glitches and issues go.
Fire has started in your city.
Oh, fire. At the hemp fields? Yeah, I don't have fire brigade because I never actually upgraded any of the citizens.
Statues from Albion. Oh, let's make sure history forgets about these.
I've noticed since the last few patches that there's a lot more animals running around. Oh, this mosaic is not texture popping. No, I never finished building that.
What a lovely brazier! My heart's blazing!
There's a torch I missed. I went a little farther, I want to get back through. Alright, so there's the statue I was talking about. This kind of gives you a reference of what it meant.
Lamb brains? If I'd known they'd fetch such prices, I'd have sold mine years ago.
Go. Check out the bathhouse.
That's another stick in the brazier, huh? I'm freezing.
Alright, and that pretty much completes it here.
A small fire has broken out. Too small to be of concern.
Too small to be of concern. Every fire is a concern. That being said, it's already gone out. Production buildings are done. Okay, so I'm not all that worried about that anyway. A couple torches that I missed on. Yeah, so having the blueprint mode on, or the planner mode on, can be kind of beneficial, but at the same time can give you some issues if you do what I just did and plan things and never actually build them. Alright, well, I think it's time for some pictures.
What a lovely brazier! My heart's blazing!
I do kind of wish that there was more options for the photo mode here. Okay, that's not what I meant to do at all. Let's go back. As far as like camera, if you know anything about that and I'm just being ridiculous, please feel free to leave in the
Got another
comments.
stick in the brazier, huh? Freezing.
Anyone from Ubisoft, I would appreciate it if you gave me feedback as well. I know I'm a little late to the party. I've been kind of busy with work and things. But I do my best to stay on top of it and continue. I go live quite a bit.
What a lovely brazier! My heart's blazing!
I think that's okay. Huh? What do you think of that? Did I already get one of this wall? I don't think I did. I want one of the entrance. Okay. Here. There it is. Oh, look at that. Couple torches I missed right there. Alright, should I do...
What a lovely brazier! My heart's
do a
blazing!
night? Probably not going to post all of them, but this will kind of give an idea. I'll have to go through and select which ones I decide upon. See if I can get a good first person one.
What a lovely brazier! My heart's blazing!
It's gonna take a fair bit of time for me to go through all these, but it'll be worth it. Okay, not that one. Definitely wanted one of the entrance here.
Nothing from the land of Reed here. We have our own bread baskets.
That's a really good one. Alright, one more and then I'm gonna call it.
Fortunia's always been fond of jokes. That's why she smiles at me.
That's another stick in the brazier, huh? Freeze.
Alright. Well, thank you for hanging out. I hope you have a good rest of your day, night, and or evening. This has been the showcase here for the new Marvelous Mosaics pack. And this save is, I'm not actually going to keep this save.
What a lovely brazier! My heart's blazing!
But I hope you've learned something and had some fun with this one. Gives you an idea of what you can contrast together and what you can chain together. Oh, look at the dough. And with that being said, is the ghost ship signing out. Peace.
Sorry, got to go. Master's business.